Okay, making a video on tunnels of death. This is level 1. I'll have to warn you up front, I do tend to talk a lot during these videos, so if you find me droning on and on to get boring, just hit mute now. First fight of the dungeons, pretty straight up stuff. It's my first fight of the day, so I have to fix all my combat windows. I like to put them off there to the side, so I don't, so I can see, like, AMA and things like that dissipating. It's a pretty straight up fight, nothing tricky here. Just gonna hold the witch because the witch will disrupt the fight basically. And now that she's held, I'll drop the Reaper. Already debuffed him. If you're wondering about my group makeup, it's an all-in giant warrior, all dex orc thief, and 4 all-int elf wizards. So Reapers are weak to good stuff like light dart and things like that, and 2 of my wizards are pure necro with demon strokes, and 2 wizards are pure thom with purges on. And so I've debuffed the witch, and I need to fix my spell boxes now. That'll be for later on. And witches are weak to thom, so even my necro guys are going to light dart her. Here I'm going to take advantage of, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my mages. I got to click in these windows anyway, so I'm just going to have them class shift now. This is a pretty straight up fight. Death Knight's proc AMA, which is very disruptive to me, so what I'm going to do here is have my melee, Curse Acid, all 4 of my mages are going to throw Mass Hold. As you see, I set it up for the quick left click, right click. And now I'm just going to burn them all down with Acid Rain. I was told, excuse me, by some higher end dungeon runners that acid's really the way to go in here, and I did come in and test things. I held monsters, and long after I should have killed them, and hit them with various things, and I would have to agree that acid does the most damage in here. So it was pretty straightforward. Cursed them, held them, melted them. Death Knights are weak to acid, by the way. And here we have a Punisher and a Diviner, and they are both weak to acid. I do have to pay attention here, though, in case my tank gets zerked before he curses. Now, I know, the write-up for this says that you should be using hold monsters, and I do agree with that, and I don't. The first turn is a lot of RNG. It's, oh, your hold's going to take, is his hold's going to take. It's the first turn's very unpredictable. And I just go with Hail Marys. I throw mass holds. And, either my guys stick or their guys stick. I mean, it's kind of what it comes down to. I think if you want to click individual mass holds, there's nothing, or hold monsters, there's nothing wrong with that. I just, I guess I'm lazy, It's just, I don't like trying to find the little finger or hat or whatever especially when the fights get bigger. So I just tend to go with mass hold, especially early on. And, you may see some examples later of where it's really bad for me. You see there, I just took everything down with acid. Didn't risk any procs, anything of that nature. Pretty much going to do the same thing here. Just going to curse with acid, assuming he doesn't get zerged. Have the thief go and debuff the witch. And because there's just one witch and 3 mobs, I will try an individual hold. But the thing about hold monster is that it's easier. It sticks for longer, but it's easier to resist. And that's why I kind of like mass hold. It casts slower. It doesn't last as long, but it's harder to resist. But here I do need to get this Death Knight under control because he will ping pong my guy to death. And I believe that mage got hit with hold monster, so I have a little time to go ahead and kill him. See here, I'm going to use Acid Sphere because I don't want to hit any of my guys. Can't remember if he was cursed or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and recurse him just in case. Yeah, and I know this witch is coming to the end of her hold, so I want to go ahead and get rid of her, but I'm going to start debuffing the melee as well. Oh, I thought I dispelled her. Oh, I guess I missed it. So Reapers are kind of a joke. Their proc is just more annoying than anything, and Death Knights really screwed me up because they proc AMA, and of course with 4 wizards, that's a problem. And Reapers are weak to Thumb, so I'll have my pure Thumb guys hit them with light darts. Okay, why didn't my acid spheres go off? Playing with the higher speed is fun, but then you kind of miss why things didn't work. Because they should be dead, but it doesn't look like any of my guys are held. There we go. You can see that acid sphere hit for 7k. And that was probably from one of my necro guys. And again, the Punisher and the Death Knight are both weak to acid, so I'm going to start off by cursing them with acid, and there we go. And I will cast, try to hit the witch with 1 hold monster and see what happens. Then I'm just going to throw 3 Hail Marys. And this is what I mean about it's just a lot of RNG. You know, she got hit with at least 2 or 3 crowd controls, and they all bounced off of her. Pretty sure 1 or 2 of my mages is crowd control right now, but of course because I made elves and you see how tightly they're stacked, trying to find them and dispel them is tough. Plus, in TOD, if you get into dispelling, unless it's like, you know, your thief is really tearing up your mages or something, you literally just spend every turn like dispel, re-crowd control, dispel, route. So sometimes you just gotta let the mages sit until they shrug. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the Death Knight. I don't know if that curse got off or not. I'm pretty sure Razor's held. So I'm just going to curse him twice. All right, good. There's the curse. And you can see the Necro guys did 15,000 points of damage to the Death Knight. So he's not going to last, or it's not going to last past this turn. Which means I can switch my attention to the Witch. Razor's still held, of course. Yeah, and I will go ahead and debuff her. And then next turn I'll just start nuking her. And the Death Knight's down. Well, they might take the Witch out. Good to go. And down here we have a bone pile. I never find anything in it. I do pick up everything in here because definitely will take some deaths. You'll have some wipes. Yeah, looks like Razor's still whatever. So making money in here is important because you can certainly have dry runs. You might get a higher end spell book or skill book, but it's kind of common and nobody wants them. And so I pick up all the trash, even out of the bone piles, just to basically make up for the money I lose from wipes. So here, same thing. Curse both those guys. The reason why I'm having my tanks do that, or my melee do that, is because I don't want to lose a round of DPS with my mages. So what I love about this fight is see they've all kind of clumped up in the middle here for me. And the Reaper even Curse doesn't really take a lot of damage from acid, but once I've dropped the DKs, I'll just go roll right over him. But I will go ahead and debuff him with one of my Thom guys. You see we already got a DK down, so I'm going to go ahead and move in because acid spheres are fast and they should kill this DK prior to my melee getting over there and maybe making it proc AMA on me. And again, Reapers are weak to Thom, so I'm just going to hit him with some light darts. You can see DK is down, and at this point it's all academic. And you see there when I knew I had the fight won, I went ahead and used that time to renew my shifts. You got to click in that window anyway, so might as well take the time to renew their shifts. This is another fight I really like because they're all weak to acid. So as long as my mass holds, stick, which typically when you're throwing 4 of them, they do, but like I said, it's all RNG in the end. Yep, see, she walked right through 4 mass holds. So here I've got to kind of let the mage take care of himself. for a bit. I will try hold monsters on this. Good thing is he's already cursed, so once I hold him, then I can just burn him down. There we go. Mage heals himself. It's like a nice clump here, so this is where I'm going to start my rain. I'm by no means an expert in throwing acid rain, so I'm sure very few people are going to watch this video, but the ones who do, if you can give me some tips on how to better deploy it, I'd be more than open to hear them. There we go, those guys are down. She's cursed. I'm going to go ahead and move my melee in, because with the acid spheres, yeah, I can probably throw rain because I don't think my guys will get there. Try not to throw acid rain on my own guys if I can avoid it. Yep, there we go. And there's the cursed key. And I'll show you the puzzle part for this level 1, and then I'll be ending this video, and then I'll film level 2 in a little bit. So here you're going to go back to the entrance. You're going to sit on this chair. One guy's going to go back up to the bone pile. Hit the button. Then my trash guy is going to use the key. Opens the door. There's a bone pile in here. I usually don't find anything in it. Not pretty typical, but like I said, because this is a Dungeons of Giant gold sink, I even pick up stuff like this. And I press this button. And this is level 2. So I'll be stopping this video now, and I'll film the other one later.